from 1st October 2024, you might be told to turn back when you're at the JB checkpoint unless you know about this. So, on 28 May 2024, Malaysia's Transport Minister said that starting from 1st October 2024, all foreign registered vehicles, including of course Singapore vehicle, will need to have a vehicle entry permit in order to enter Malaysia. Now, I know you are confused because you've been reading so much about it in the last few years, but it never seemed to happen. It's like hearing your friends saying that she will quit whenever she got scolded by the boss, but 10 years later, she's still around and she's now scolding the boss instead. So, what the heck is it? For a start, don't confuse this with the VEP in Singapore. You see, for foreign registered vehicles driving into Singapore, Singapore also need a foreign vehicle to have registered for a VEP, which I'll call it the Singapore VEP now, or SVEP, so that you know that it's different from the one that we used to enter Malaysia instead. I think you are confused, because 2 years ago, when the borders just reopened after COVID-19, SVEP got into the news as Malaysia vehicles were all scrambling to register for SVEPs or reapplying for SVEPs. Now, the SVEP is completely different from the latest news I'm talking about in this video. For the VEP into Malaysia is something new, but delay many times, like the MRT to JB. You see, the idea of VEP into Malaysia was mentioned back in 2014. Then in 2017, the VEP was announced by foreign registered vehicle, like Singapore vehicles, we need to pay 25 ringgit for a VEP that will be valid for 5 years. This is how we all think will look like. The sticker will have a RFID. According to the then Malaysian Transport Minister, having VEP will help them to identify the number of foreign vehicles entering Malaysia and also prevent vehicle theft and vehicle crony syndicates. Eventually, in April 2019, Malaysia said that from October 2019, they start enforcement on vehicles without VEP. But in October 2019, Malaysia then said that they changed the deadline of the enforcement to somewhere in 2022 instead, as there were some issues on the installation of the RFID at the vendor. The system itself was not able to cope with the number of vehicles that were supposed to install the RFID. In January 2022, Malaysia then said the VEP system was on hold as they were finding ways to make it easier to install for Singapore vehicles. And soon we all forgot about it because a few months later, the borders were closed and the last thing that we worried about was VEP. This is why 5 years later, this is back. From 1st October 2024, enforcement will really occur. Yeah, it seems like everything in Malaysia, from its PM to its currency rate to the quality of its food, has changed big, but one thing never changed: the desire to implement VEP. The current Transport Minister said that as of now, over 200,000 vehicles have registered for it, but only 70,000 of the RFIDs are activated. You see, registering online doesn't mean that it's activated. You can register online and the text can be sent to you, whereby you can install it yourself and upload the image for Malaysia to verify and activate it. Do know that it's installed on the headlamp, so this means soon our vehicle will have weird things all over one, a sticker at the headlamp, a 2000 Garmin GPS lookalike on our windscreen, the computer at the passenger's leg. Now, you have got 4 more months to register, so just head to the URL at the description, or you can take a risk of waiting to see if there's any U-turn or not. No, U-turns are not common. Now watch this video to know more about the biggest U-turn in Singapore history, and thank you for spending about 3 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.